1, 2. Frequency got the mind caught up, and frequently keep the blind caught up. We do third eye beams with the lighters up. Third eye beams with the lighters up. Frequency got your mind caught up, and frequently keep the blind caught up. We do third eye beams with the lighters up. Third eye beams.
Yeah, remember being in the kitchen, getting to the chicken, water whipping, cutting slabs on my mama dishes, foreign whipping, dipping in and out these foreign women. Just a young the curve with grand ambitions, paper coming by the thousands way to spend it. Didn't give a fuck if it was rented, hoe still hopped in it. Used to New Jersey drive before I started pitching. Yankee fitted, dodging 50 in a pair of Timberlands. Without a kid, had no fear, just how I'm living. My harsh reality was my excuse to be something different. It's all I knew, even though it feels more to it. Not trying to have my body viewed by that mortician. My core switched, the more conscious I became of it. The mind, the terrible thing to waste, I rise above it. I lost too many that I love to let my go for nothing. The war going on outside, ain't no running from it.
But at the end of the day, truth is more offensive than lies could ever be. The truth is the most offensive thing that you could say about anybody.
Frequency got your mind caught up, and frequently keep the blind caught up. We them third eye beams with the lighters up. Third eye beams with the lighters up. Frequency got your mind caught up, and frequently keep the blind caught up. We them third eye beams with the lighters up. Third eye beams.
Give me the knowledge, I study the book. Show me a prophet, I'll show you a crook. Open your eyes up, but you're scared to look. It's deeper than street, who gets deeper than we? I'm in the crib, sitting like a king high. Overcoming madness with a king mind.
Ho, come on in. Come on in, family. Come on in, put your nines up. I want to know where you from. What's your name? Where you from? Put your nines up. Let's get some of that energy in the building. Meanwhile, I'm going to get the frequency right. Lego. Unk in my eye. Hatapu. Grand rising to the royal family. Let's get the vibes right. You can see I've been putting work in on this bowl. All day, every day. We plays no games here in the Lighthouse. Welcome. Welcome to the Lighthouse. If this is your first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, click the follow button if you're on Facebook. So we can get a Lighthouse near you. Those of you who hit me up yesterday wanting to put in that work, I'll be responding to your inboxes today. You know, we always have new members that want to put in some work, so I like to acknowledge the new members. First and foremost, I want to shout out my first 9, the first ones that came on board. We got Monique Colbert out of Cincinnati, Ohio. She's in the building with us today. Thank you, Monique, for being here, for being first on. I appreciate you. Noble Oniinye Nabolisa. I like that. Oniinye. Noble Oniinye Nabolisa. Put her triple nines up. I appreciate you, Noble. Thank you for being here. Where you from, Noble? Emmy Gilbert. Emmy Gilbert is in the building. Dua to Emmy Gilbert for those triple nines, for giving me those trinities. Clinton Jones, the homie. He's the reason why we're able to do this simultaneous streaming. We wouldn't be able to do it without Nasu Clinton Jones for holding me down with this laptop. I appreciate you, brother. Kazzy Shep, long-time supporter. Thank you, Kazzy Shep. I appreciate you, Queen. Dua. I see the PA Lighthouse is in the... Yeah, we're coming down to Philly. That's going to happen. We're going to manifest that. Ashley McKinney, Uncle Ma'at to you. I appreciate you. Adrian Barden out of New York. I appreciate you. Long-time supporter as well. She's from the Lighthouse, New York. LaShawan Jenkins out of Oklahoma. Oh, that's a new name. Out of Oklahoma. I don't know anybody in Oklahoma. I might have to make a trip down there. Set it up, LaShawan. You have been called. LaShawan Jenkins in the building. Brody Lee Haith out of ATL. I'll find my way somehow back to ATL at some point in time. I love visiting ATL. I love being there amongst the people. Today, what we're going to be talking about, family, are the hidden vices and addictions. Hidden vices and addictions. I mean, we all have them. We all have them, and we have to address them. We have to be conscious of these hidden vices, of these hidden addictions that we have, and we have to be willing to want to take care of them. We have to be honest with ourselves first and foremost in order to be able to overcome these addictions. In this culture, in this American culture, there's so many things to reinforce the vices, the natural vices that we have. Of course you don't have any, right? I mean, there's always somebody here who believes I'm not addicted to nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody who feels that way. But in all reality, everyone is addicted to something. We just haven't identified it as being an addiction yet. It just takes the perspective to be switched so you can see that you're actually addicted. That's one of the first things that people who are addicted or who have a vice, that's one of the first things that you have to do. If you go to AA, you have to first be able to acknowledge that you're addicted to whatever it is you're addicted to. That's the hardest part, is recognizing, yes, you have an addiction. What is it? For some of us, it could be sex. It could be sex. That's a fairly common one. Everyone's addicted to sex. Once you have it the first time, you got to have more and more and more. People get their whole lives messed up because they're addicted to sex. They don't know how to curb their sexual energy and curb their lower sexual urges, right? Sexual energy is a divine energy, but it can be an addictive energy because it's one that has a lot of power. It's one that controls a lot of our emotions. It controls a lot of the hormones within our bodies. You see? And sex can bring you down a whole wrong path. You could get with the wrong individual, right? Not only end up, getting pregnant and having a baby by this person, can totally take your life down a totally different course, right? Many of our women end up going through this in high school or in college. They can't, finish their studies or their collegiate studies because they end up getting pregnant for some shape, form, or reason, right? Or sometimes they end up with the wrong guy who takes them down the wrong path. You can end up with STDs that can change your life now. You permanently on medication for the rest of your life. All of these things can come about by a sexual addiction, right? Or even you just have the sexual addiction so much that it controls your every decision. Everything that you do is based on sex, right? The clothes that you wear is based on you hopefully being able to have sex today, huh? The places that you go is you based on hopefully you having sex today. You're going to go to this party. Why? Because you're going to try to hook up with somebody. Hopefully you'll have sex today, right? It runs your entire life. You see? Sex can become a vice to people. It becomes their ultimate crush to where they can't do anything, right? You see? So we got drugs. Drugs, some people, they're just addicted to drugs. Drugs naturally affect the hormones that give you the addictive properties, right? They're created to make you addicted. The Food and Drug Administration work together to get you addicted to these things. You see, there's no reason why you should have the people that prescribe you drugs in the same organization as the people who provide you with food. It's obvious in order to keep that engine running, they have to coerce with one another to give you the food to make you sick and then give you the drugs to make you well, to give you the food to alter your brain pattern, right, and to alter the synapses in your brain, and then give you the medicine or the drug, right? Let me make sure y'all can see me when I do that. The medicine to help you with what's making you sick, which is usually ultimately the food. It's the food that makes you sick more than anything. You see, we always talk about all these other things that can make us sick, but the number one problem that we have here, especially in America, that makes us sick is the food before anything else. We talk about drug problems, we talk about the murder rate, but the number one thing, the number one killer of Americans is our food, you see? And then the drugs come up behind it to help keep you addicted to what you have going on. It helps to reciprocate the cycle of what you need, what you think that you need in order to survive, right? And what's that based on? That's based on their vices. What is their vice? Their vice is the money. Huh? It's the money. The drug game is the biggest business in the world. And I don't just mean illegal drugs. I'm talking about the over-the-counter stuff. Huh? We talking about that. See the methamphetamine? We talking about all the stuff that you can get over the counter. That's the addictive stuff that people don't realize. See, the problem is we think because that it's legal, it's okay. That's the environment that we have here in America. If it's legal, then it's okay to do. Don't you know that when America first started, slavery was legal? Huh? Slavery was legal. Huh? If it's legal, then it's okay. Alcoholism, right? If it's legal, then it's okay to abuse alcohol. You see? That's all we got to do. Even marijuana. I hear people, I know people in the feed, well, we got to keep the weed. We got to keep the weed. You can abuse marijuana too. I know a couple of people that can't do nothing until they had a bud. Huh? I know people that have ruined their lives over some damn bud because it made them so damn lazy and paranoid, they can't keep a job. They can't. And it's the bud that's doing that. I know y'all don't want to put that out there, but yeah, anything out of balance, anything that is not in tune with my eye can be abused. Even water. It can flush out all the potassium in your body and you die. Don't matter what it is. I told you, we talked about the air. You can't have too much of anything. Okay? These addictive properties that human beings have are destroying us from the inside out. Some of us, we got to have a cup of coffee. We need our caffeine. Huh? Oh yeah, we're going to hit everybody today. Ain't nobody getting away from this one. Because we all got our addictions. Nobody's getting away. Huh? Coffee and caffeine is so strong. It's unreal. It's become our culture now. It's become our culture. It's okay for us to treat people however we want to treat them in the morning until we get our cup of coffee. It's become cliche now. You can have whatever low vibration you want. It's acceptable because you haven't had your morning coffee. Huh? We haven't realized that it's not the lack of the coffee that's the problem. It's the lack of self-control that is the problem. That's the problem that we have. You see? But because the American culture has engulfed, have your morning coffee, your Folgers crystals, huh? You gotta have it. Gotta hit D&D. We run on Dunkin', right? Because we've adopted this culture, we think that it's okay. It's okay to pump ourselves up with sugar, right? Caffeine. All of this stuff is what keeps us going. Without this, we can't survive. It's an addiction. It's a vice. Huh? Oh, let's get a little bit deeper. Let's get a little bit deeper, huh? For some of us, our vices are our friends. Woo! Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. For some of us, our vices, our addictions are our friends. Whatever our friends is doing, we gotta do it. Huh? We can't do nothing unless we can't go nowhere unless my friends is going. Who gonna be there? Who gonna be at the event? Oh, okay, such and such. Okay, then I'll go. Yeah. I'm only going because my friends is going. We're not even insecure in ourselves and in environments unless we're surrounded by people that reinforce our agendas, our friends. Huh? We're not comfortable in ourselves enough that we can make decisions without the approval of friends. Huh? We don't even know what to do unless our friends are around. Huh? Some of us act totally different when we get around our friends. You ever meet somebody, right? You talking to them, soon their friend come around, they turn to somebody brand new. Somebody brand new. Oh, I see your homies is around. Now you wanna act super. Huh? Don't act up because your homies is around. Don't act up because your girlfriends is around. Cut it out. You know you don't be acting like that. You know you don't be acting like that when it's just me and you. Oh, your homegirls is around now. You alright. Alright, you want to act fly now. Brothers will tell you that when they trying to kick it to a female. Females is all cool till they get around their little friend. When they was by themselves and you met them at the check cashing place, they was all cool. Then when you see them walking down the spot, when you see them at the cookout with their homegirls, oh, they acting like they wasn't talking to you at the check cashing place. Huh? Right, homies? Ain't that how it go, fellas? They act brand new when they get around their girlfriends. Brothers too, don't act hard now because you surrounded by hard people. That don't make you hard, homie. Huh? Cut it out. You better cut it out. Because when them boys catch you by yourself, you ain't as hard as you look no more. Huh? You only acting tough because you around your friend. Oh, you addicted. You addicted to the energy your friends bring you. We know what that's about. We know what that's about. Huh? Some of y'all need to get your life, man. Get your life. Because it ain't all about having friends. Most of them people ain't your friends anyway. Huh? They only got you around because they addicted to friends too. Huh? So y'all reinforcing y'all addictions. You reinforcing y'all addictions. You can't do nothing without each other. You're not self-sufficient. Huh? Get your life. And this one here, I don't know how anybody is still doing this one. How are we still doing this one in 2018? We still smoking cigarettes, family? Huh? We got conscious folk walking around smoking cigarettes in 2018. Not even the e-cigs. They doing the old school nicotine tar packed, cigarettes. It blows my mind to see this in 2018. Listen, man, your breath stink. Your breath stinks. Your clothes stink. Everything about you stinks. Put down the cancer sticks. It's destroying you. The addiction is destroying you. Your friends may not tell you, but I'm going to tell you, your breath stinks. Your teeth look bad, homie. Your teeth look real bad if you still got them left. You need to put down the cigarettes. You're looking crazy out here. And you're not exempt from anybody else. You're looking crazy. Put down the cigarettes in 2018, family. I shouldn't even have to explain this one. The halitosis is real. It's real. Huh? You wondering why you can't keep a man. You wondering why you can't keep a girl. Because when you walk up, as soon as you open your mouth, you smelling like death. You smell like rotting flesh. Yup. It don't matter how much you brush, mouthwash, floss, pop the garlic pills, whatever you doing, it stinks. That's one of the worst addictions right now. That just gotta stop. That's the one that personally, as you can tell, irks me. I can't stand a bad breath, man or woman coming around me. Just get from around me. You ever sitting in the car and somebody talking, it's just bouncing off the windows and you in the ride like, oh my God. You could be in the front seat, they in the back just talking, yo, and they just smelling like, even when you smoke bud, y'all, some of y'all be smoking bud and it be right, and after you smoke, you just smelling crazy, fam. Crazy. You got to do something about that, man. The tar, the wrap, the blunt, it smells crazy. Let's keep it moving. Some of y'all dope is y'all church. Like I Met was talking about. Some of y'all, this is y'all addiction. This is your dope. This is your drug. Oh, I need that cracker baby Jesus, man. I need that cracker baby Jesus. I gotta go to church and I gotta scream and holler, right? I need that. I need that. So some of y'all don't realize that it's an addiction. It's just an addiction. It's like anything else. Because you come from a lifestyle where you're not usually surrounded by people like that, around black folk, right? That's in one place, right? You haven't heard music like that, so you're addicted to the music, a live band, because you don't get to hear that all the time. Right? Some of you need that. Some of y'all is addicted to here we go. This is the number one thing. Y'all ready for the number one reason why people go to church? Some of y'all is addicted to suffering and crying. Ooh. Ooh. Some of y'all is addicted to suffering and crying, which is why you like to go and sing these old Negro spiritual hymns, the hymnals with the tones, the chords that are melancholic, huh? For some of y'all addicted to crying. Don't you know that that's a mental disorder, huh? For some of y'all, the only space that you can go and cry is the church. So you go there, you're addicted to having the experience of yelling and screaming and crying and agony. You disguise it as joy. Don't you know that that's a diagnosis? It's called PBA. PBA are subject to uncontrollable episodes of crying or laughing without an evident reason. You see, the church gives you a reason to do it. You see? But it's actually a mental disorder. While the exact causes of the disorder are not fully understood, it appears to be associated with injuries to the neurological pathways in the brain that control emotional response. Diseases like ALS, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and brain trauma resulting from stroke are linked to PBA. Huh? You see a lot of our people, every time you go to the church, every 2 weeks, somebody in the church had a stroke. Huh? Am I lying? Y'all stop me when I'm lying. Isn't it every 2 weeks, Sister So-and-so from the missionary board done had a stroke? Huh? We need to do a prayer for her. Huh? Ain't Sister So-and-so the same one that be, oh, crack the baby Jesus, crying all damn Sunday, every Sunday for the same damn thing, going down to the altar for the same damn thing? Yeah. Sister so-and-so had a stroke. Why do you think she had a stroke? Because she's suffering from PBA. She's suffering from PBA. You see, that's actually a brain disorder. And a lot of it is coming from the foods that we eat. The things that we have are changing our DNA and giving us these symptoms. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Jesus dope. You've been sipping the Jesus juice. Yes. Huh? And then we got on the flip side. The other addiction. You ready for this one? Some of us are addicted to prison. Ooh. You say, what you mean, brother? What you don't know? Don't nobody want to go to jail. Oh, apparently you ain't from the hood then. Because I know plenty of brothers that got a better situation being in jail than they do out here on the streets. As a matter of fact, my dad was one of them. You see? When you institutionalize, you see, you better off being in jail. And they structure you for, who was talking about, Will Smith little son was talking about this. What's the little boy name? Whatever his name, Jaden, was talking about it. They in school, they gear you towards that. You see? You got the long hallways, like you said, right? The bell rings, and when the bell rings, you go to a different event. You go from here to here. You go from one cell, one 4x4 to another one. You understand? Then you get your little recess, your time out in the yard, right? you got your food line with the trays. You get your food, huh? They're training you and they're gearing you towards prison. You see? And some of us have become addicted to that. Some of us are addicted to having the structure of somebody telling us what to do, when to eat, when to sleep, huh? Some of us need that. Huh? We need discipline, which is why we love going to prison, because the daddy that we never had is there. The daddy we never had is there. The warden, the structured discipline that we never had all our lives are in prison. We can find it there. Guess what? We also get our 3 meals a day. Huh? Some of them even got cable. Huh? Better off in jail than they doing in the streets. Addicted to jail. You know what my dad used to do? He come out of jail 2-3 days later. You find himself robbing somebody or trying to kill somebody so he can go back. Real rap. Institutionalized minds. You understand? And once you get there, it really ain't no coming back, because they make it harder for you to actually move away from the addiction of prison and move and be set up in the world and be properly set up. You know, they tack on all the felonies. You can't get jobs. You can't get the things that you need in order to transition over into the world, to be able to function into the world. You see, you get addicted to jail. Most of the people that go in and out of jail, it's not because they don't want to. They don't really care. Because they're going to be better off. It ain't no difference to them. So what? So what? They want to reinforce the addiction. See, these habits, man, these addictions, this is the stuff that's killing us right now. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people yesterday, guess what? They watched the live feed yesterday. They already know what 4th of July is about. They watched Jamaar Milton yesterday, and they still celebrated 4th of July. Still celebrated. They know all about it. They got the knowledge, right? Woke, right? But they still celebrate the 4th of July because of the addictions. Why? It's the addictions. All somebody got to do is say, yo, we about to smoke. It's the 4th, so we about to put one in the air. That's all it take. That's all it take. Huh? Yo, we about to celebrate the 4th down there. You coming? No, I'm not coming. We got that Henny. All right, give me like 30 minutes. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, family. Huh? All you got to do is have the vice there, have the addiction there, and we up, we out. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Some of us, we suffer from what is called consumerism as well. Here's another addiction. Consumerism. Soon as we get it, we got to spin it. Soon as we get it, we got to spin it. Oh, soon as we get it, we got to spin it. Soon as we get it, we got to spin it. Right? It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. They surround you with all the nonsense. They surround you with all the nonsense. We gotta buy everything. Y'all need to listen to that record, Lauryn Hill, Consumerism. Find Consumerism and listen to the record. Huh? They convince you that you need something. You need this thing. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, yo, but I got a few couple things like that already. I don't need that, right? But they hit you over. Well, everybody else got one. Everybody got one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should have one. You know, this is a cycle. This is how it works. This is the process. Then it said, this thing gonna change your life. And you like, wow, it's gonna change my life? I don't like my life. My life needs to be changed. Well, let me go and get one. Now I have this thing. That's how it works, man. That's how it works. All vices, man. That's huh? How many of y'all do this? We earn money, then we buy stuff. Consumerism takes over, then we want more. And then we got to go back and earn more money, buy more stuff, consume more, and then it ultimately leads to us wanting more. It's a setup. It's a setup. So you never have nothing. You never have nothing. Your check is spent before you even get it. Before it even comes in your hand, it's already accounted for. Huh? You don't work 40 plus hours, the money's already spent because you're not living a lifestyle sovereign enough to be able to keep a dollar. Huh? Here we go. Some of us are slaves to our devices. Cell phones, laptops. Huh? Slaves to our devices. Right? Oh, this is the big one. Is this not a big one? Huh? This is the one I always got the curve. I always got people ask me, they be like, yo, he don't be responding. He didn't respond to my text. How come he didn't respond to my message? This is why, because I'm not trying to develop no type of addiction. Even to these devices, even the way I communicate with y'all. I do my hour, I got to go. If we ain't doing a meeting and we ain't talking nothing productive, I'm sorry, I can't sit on here all damn day. I can't do it. I know y'all like to swim on the timeline and see what's going on in the world. This is your only connection with real life. Huh? But it ain't for me. You're going to have to get into a place where you realize that some of these things are highly addictive. The lights, the colors, it does something to you. It does something to the pineal gland as well. Huh? These are all devices. What's it called? It's called a device. Oh, Jamal, why you hit him like that? It's called a device. What is a device? A device, a thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, especially a piece of mechanical or electronic equipment. But bring it down to the second definition. It's a plan, a scheme, or a trick with a particular aim. Huh? They're called electronic devices. Woo! I need an organ, somebody. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's what I need, because y'all ain't getting it. Break it down, family. When you put the D in there, what does it do? What does it do? It simply replaces the vice that you already have, because you need the approval of your friends, huh? Because you feel you need money, huh? You got to be attached to now a alternate device, huh? A device. Ooh, let's get it. Because you so lazy, you don't want to go and you don't want to turn the TV on yourself. You so lazy. Oh, I got to find the remote. I need a remote device, huh? A device, huh? I don't even know what to do if I ain't got the remote. I'm gonna miss my show if I don't have the remote. Huh? I don't even know how to work the TV without the damn remote. You know, when I come in, first thing I got to do is find the damn remote. Huh? Huh? Yo. Woo! Man, these addictions, man. Some of y'all addicted to the couch. You addicted to laying down. You can't get nothing done. I need the remote. Where's the remote? Get pissed off. Curse somebody out. Get the cussing because you can't find a remote. You need a device. A device to get you over. And all devices do is replace old habits with new ones. And you thinking you doing something brand new. That's all it is. It's the same thing, just a different route. This is not the technology, but the tricknology. That's what we call it. It's called tricknology. When you're not in tune with the source of the activities that you're doing. You got to get in tune with the source. Why are you doing what you are doing? Huh? Why do you feel you need to waste a whole hour on looking for the remote control? Huh? It's because you genuinely just don't want to get up. Huh? You have an addiction to laying down, that you can't get up and change the channel. I remember the times when we used to have to get up. I used to have aluminum foil on the television screen, and we used to have to click it, click, 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 click. This is before cable boxes, when you was punch, punch, punch. No, we was click, 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 huh? Sometimes we used to have to get the grips from our bikes that we used to use, the vice grips, and put them on the television to be able to turn it. Click, 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 click. Huh? Y'all better wake up. Somebody. The vices, the hidden vices and hidden addictions that we all have are tearing us down. It's weakening our divine natures as human beings. It's weakening us. We're not able to become sovereign because we become dependent on things that are material. There are things that we manifest in the material world. And these materials are not necessary for you to be the divine being that you are. You understand? Everything has to be used in moderation and in balance. You understand? I'm gonna take y'all to the readings of some of your ancestors. Let me go let me pull up something in the Hosea that y'all need. If you don't know about the Hosea, you need to get this. Okay? This book right here. Okay? Because this has sacred wisdom. Sacred wisdom. The readings of Ptah-hotep is in here as well. It's a lot of the teaching of Ptah-hotep. There's a lot of information here that come from an African mindset that can help you to be able to overcome these addictions and these vices. Okay? This is from the book of Fabor, right? It's several books in here. This is from the book of Fabor. And it says in excerpt 1, if a beam is longer than its right measure, the excess is cut off. If the wind blows beyond its right measure, it wrecks the ships. Those who apply the right measure in all things are not blamed. The nature of just measure has created a balance in order to establish right measure on earth. They've placed the heart deep in the body of the right measure of its owner. Thus, if those who are learned are not balanced, their learning is of little use, and a fool who knows not balance does not escape misfortune. Pride and ignorance are the destruction of their owner. Woo! Pride and ignorance are the destruction of their own. Some people are so prideful that they'll never let go of these vices. So prideful, right? Aside from the arrogance, just genuine pride, right? But those who are gentle in character create their own fate. So in other words, there are layers to this. You can't fix addictions and vices if you're too prideful. If you feel that you're an exemption to the rule, that you don't have issues. Everybody has issues. Every single person on this planet has things that they are dealing with, because if you can see them, they're dealing with the same things that you're dealing with. Some of them they're able to fight. Some of them they can't do anything with, and they give in to them. You see? So learn how to balance these things out. Use judgment, right? This is why we deal with the shrine of the restoration of Ma'at. That is the name of our mother shrine, because it's all about balance. It's all about balance. I was born in the constellation of Ma'at. So this is one of the things that I understand thoroughly. Everything that you do has to be done in moderation. You can't go too far left. You can't go too far right. All right. So use divine intelligence. Not from what's coming outwardly into you, what people are telling you. Use your gut feeling that if you participate in this, are you now reinforcing the cycle, the vicious cycle? Because this is how it happens. It starts first with something that triggers you emotionally, right? It's something that hits hard, like like the cell phone advertisements, right? Hit you emotionally, or the feeling that you got when you first pulled a cigarette, right? Then you have the craving, right? Then you end up going into a ritual. And the ritual could be many things. The ritual could be, like I said, the friends that you hang out with. These are just the things that they do. They drink, they smoke. These are the things that they do. For me, when I was smoking, it was the job that I was at. I was waiting tables, and our custom was to go and have a cigarette break. We would have a smoke break. You see, it was a ritual. So the rituals are just as dangerous as the addiction. Sometimes the rituals are more dangerous than the addiction. Because for some of us, we don't have a problem with quit smoking, but we have the ritual of doing this, the fixation of doing this. So we go from smoking, right, smoking cigarettes, to now we're smoking weed, but we chronically smoke weed, to where we haven't even had a meal. We're going to smoke first. You understand what I'm saying? Because we have the addiction to the fixation of doing this all day, You understand? That's an addiction as well. So there's layers to this, fam. You got to understand the layers. So the ritual is another thing. Then the using, of course, is on autopilot. At that point, once you've done the ritual so much, everything else is just on autopilot. You understand? You don't even realize that you're using it until you're done using it. It ain't doing nothing for you. It's the ritual, because right afterwards you feel guilty that you've done it. Right? This is the cycle of addiction. This is the cycle of people who give into their vices. They go through the same cycles over and over and over and over. If you watch them, you'll see. And you'll see their emotions change. And they feel bad about what they did. And they go right back to it. A lot of us are doing this on a yearly basis, right? Of how we celebrate holidays, right? One day we African. The next day we Irish. The next day, we celebrating Italian, whatever. Whatever is around, this is what we celebrating, right? We celebrate the genocide of African people. The next day, it's a vicious cycle. It's an addiction to the American culture. You see, it's cultural addictions as well that we can't let go of. So there's a lot to this, family, and you gotta realize that. To be honest, I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot once you're involved in it, but once you become one with self, and you start to gain divine knowledge, and you're in tune with the ancestors, it becomes very easy to break addictions. Very easy. You become a non-addictive person. But the hardest part for many of us is the fact that we've been doing it for so long, our DNA has already started to reinforce and to release hormones and endorphins into our bloodstream that need to feed on these addictions in order to survive, in order for us to be non-irritable, in order for us to be in control. So you got to really evaluate how far into this addiction you have gone into it. Just like I was talking about the alkaline water. If you haven't been drinking alkaline water or having alkaline foods in your diet, you can't just start drinking now, indulging in gallons of alkaline water, because it can have a reverse effect. You have to wean yourself off of addictions, or it can have a reverse effect if your DNA has already started to evolve. Okay, every 6 months the DNA evolves. So if it's something that you've been doing for longer than 6 months, it's an addiction. It's a vice for some of us. So we need to pay attention to this. We need to be honest with ourselves. Okay? So with that being said, family, if this video did anything for you, you can support by donating to JamarMilton@gmail.com via PayPal, or you can get you one of our Lighthouse t-shirts that we rocking. These ill Lighthouse t-shirts that everybody's rocking right now. You can get them for $30. Okay? And all the proceeds for this go to Flint, Michigan. We're raising money for the water crisis in Flint, Michigan. So get your tee for $30. If you want the metallic print, it's $35. Everybody loves the tees. They so fashionable, right? So that's the one that I'm wearing right now. Okay, so dua to everybody that's been rocking their tees when we go out to the events. It just looks crazy, you know. We be mobbing, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Change of events here. We got the Sound of the TV Awards that's going on this weekend. If you want to go out to that, you got Steve's Day, July 8th. Shout out to everybody that's going to Punta Cana for the Lighthouse Power Trip. You know, we got our people that travel in the world right now, where they're all a part of a travel organization that we have. And the next event that we got going on is we're going to be paying homage to our ancestors upstate New York. We got a bus tour, so come on out to that on August the 4th, 10 a.m. It's $35 a person. This is including your food, family. It's including the lecture that I'm going to give, okay? And includes a tour. So you can purchase your tickets online at the Lighthouse, upstate New York. Okay, all the vendors are welcome as well. We're looking for vendors. Okay, and we're going to be paying homage to our ancestors with a bus ride from Rochester to Auburn. It's going to be paying homage to Frederick Douglass, the Native American Chief Logan, Charles Lunsford, and Harriet Tubman. Okay, also, we have the family reunion popping off. If you want to come out to that, the Lighthouse Family Reunion, August 25th, 2018. We're all going to be piling up in Prospect Park, and we're gonna get it in. You know, we're gonna be cooking out. We got a food truck that's gonna be coming too. We're gonna have some vegan meals there as well for the people. We're gonna be doing a lot. We're gonna have the bouncy houses for the kids. Probably have some, we're gonna have the music, the DJ. If you've never been to New York, this is the perfect time to come out to New York, meet and greet with the rest of your family, your Lighthouse family, because we large. You know, it's a lot of us. So come on out to that. Also, the biggest event of the year, the biggest thing for the Lighthouse that we're doing is the gala. It's going to be November the 3rd, 2018, 7 p.m. It's going to be myself, Kevin Wesley, and Empress Sekhmet giving a lecture. It's $100 a person for this gala. You can purchase your tickets via PayPal. Okay, this is our first annual African Royalty Gala. This is the biggest event of the year for African people. Okay, there's no Black Power Awards this year, so this is going to be the biggest event of the year. You want to be here. You want to get what you're gonna wear now. Okay, dressed in your finest apparel, because we doing it up big, and we're gonna have lectures from Kevin Wesley and Empress Sekhmet, as well as myself. So this is going to be a star-studded, power-packed, knowledgeable, scholar-packed event. It's just going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. Okay? So the tickets is $100 a person. And if you want to be a vendor for this event, then you want to email KP the producer at live.com. KP the producer at live.com. That's my manager. Or you hit up Kenneth Patterson, or you can just hit me in my inbox and I'll be able to refer you to the right person if you're trying to be a vendor for this event. And we're going to be at the Grace Banquet Hall. That's 7111 Marvin D. Love, Fairway, Dallas, Texas, 75237. Okay, so come on out to this event. Come and show your love and support. It's going to be nuts. Okay. With that being said, family, let's learn to curb some of these vices. You know, let's get right and exact, and just get in alignment. You know what I'm saying? Once you learn more and you do knowledge of self, you become comfortable being able to look at your weaknesses, be able to look at the things that are holding you back. You become comfortable in that space, and it doesn't bother you to try to correct them, your weaknesses, and to try to be even more impactful on your strengths. So I charge you today. Think about this. Write down some of the things that you feel you may have addictions to. And think of ways to try and overcome them. What you can supplement with them, right? Or go read a book instead of doing that addiction. Go do some research on something, right? Instead of taking that money and spending it on nonsense, use it to go travel the world, right? Go see a different point of view, a different perspective on life, right? So with that being said, may the divine force in me greet the divine force in you. Do-wah, 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 do-wah. Ashe family, I love you. I love you. You and you. Peace. Ashe.